So this is the main menu for the front desk. 4 key tabs on it: new guest, scan email, new tag, and stats. So 90% of the time, it's always going to be new guest. Anytime somebody arrives, ask for their driver's license and their rental information. When you click new guest, it takes you right into the screen where you can start entering that data. There are only 4 questions that we're after: the unit number, the departure date, the number of guests in their party, and the information off their driver's license. One key element is to make sure that you get their driver's license first and put it in the reader. It takes about 5 seconds for it to get all the information off of the license. So if you put it in the reader first, while you're entering the other data, it'll be scanning the license. So drop it in the reader. Then we go over to unit. Let's say we're going to put them in A101. But notice we have the leading 0. So we did put leading zeros for anything that's under 10. We assume the arrival date is today. You can change it if you want to, simply by clicking it, or you can click this little tab next to it, which brings up a window that you can bring up a calendar. But generally, there's no need to change that. You can skip straight down to departure. A departure is built so that it counts the number of days from today. That way you have an opportunity to take the number if they're here for 7 days, or if you see that they're here through the 29th. It automatically jumps to the next question, number of guests. Simply ask them, how many people in the vehicle? If they say they have 3 passengers with them, and that's the driver, 4. So by this time, the driver's license is ready to import. Whenever you hit that button, it jumps over to the driver's license screen. It now takes in the information that it gathered from the license. You can check it, look at it against the license, make sure it's all correct. If you needed to change something, you could select it and change it with the buttons down here, letters or numbers. But generally, you'd move on if it's correct. If for some reason it didn't catch it, or you had somebody else's license in it, or you forgot to put it in, you can use rescan, which simply says go out and get it again. Normally you'll hit next and move on. So that brings you back to this screen. Now all of the information is complete. Here's the information off the driver's license. It's brought in the manager for the unit and the owner for the unit, and it tells you how many people are in the unit now. Obviously we've been doing some training, and there are 23 people in a unit that only allows 10 people. But that's one of the indicators that that's turned red when total guest exceeds occupancy. So now that we've reached this point, when you hit enter, it's ready to print. It brings you to the print screen for the actual tag. The one extra button you have is this one. You have to hit the blue button to make the barcode. Whenever you print, it'll now print 2 copies for any guest and bring you back to the original menu so that now you're ready for the next guest.